as I'm sure everyone who's watching this is very well aware, there's a lot of kooky and wooky stuff on the internet. A genre that, if you want to call it a genre, that has existed really early on. The earliest one I could find that wasn't really good enough to bring up in this video was from 2003, which is a year before I was born. I'm 21. Yeah, I know. I still into this stuff at 21. But it's basically what I would call online torture games. There's not so much of that anymore, but I have, for this purpose of this video, I found one from 2024 and one from this year, 2025. We'll get to that in a second. But why exactly this is a genre? I don't exactly think it's because it goes to people's carnal interests exactly. I think more so it's an exotic strangity. Do we want to use that word? Strangity? Is that a word? What you do in these games is very simple. You torture people. 3 out of these games, well actually no, 4 out of these games is actually based on real people. So some of them, I guess the purpose is to get frustration. Before I can tell, most of these are a laugh. I found a lot of games for these. I'm only going to be talking about 6 games today, but I did find some others. Some of them were just like so bad that they weren't worth talking about, and other ones were like I couldn't find. Like there's this one that I saw in an old Jordan Underneath video. Not Jordan Underneath. What the fuck? Baptism on Fire, and I couldn't like actually find it online anywhere, which is, how am I supposed to put this game in the video if I can't play it? Okay, so some of these I found in an archive, but a lot of them I found on Newgrounds. It's pretty interesting. I kind of forget that Newgrounds is still a thing. I keep thinking in my brain that's been like lost and gone forever, but no. Today we're gonna be talking about old internet games. First one on the list is Kick the Dahmer. This has got to be, it's probably my favorite, to be honest. Not because of its immense quality or because it's amazing or anything, just because I support making games where you kill serial killers, you know? Basically what you do is that you're in this prison cell and you act out killing him. You can, first you can just punch him, and then later on, if you get enough points, you can bring more and more crazy devices onto him. I haven't played a ton of it, so I can't see exactly how many devices there are, but there's like guns and whack, what's it called? The thing you whack stuff with, you know, in media. Like a wrench. Anyway, you can just do all kinds of horrible stuff to this poor little serial killer, which is kind of funny, because I'm going to tell you what, this is the first game I found in this list, because this is how I found about online torture games in general. I kind of always knew they were a thing, but what I did is I read the comic My Friend Dahmer, and then I happened to get recommended this game like out of nowhere, and I was like, what is this? And then basically I learned about the wide and wonderful world of online torture games. So yes, I'd say this is a 10 out of 10 kind of game. Best on the list. I love how when you kill him he explodes and screams. That's insane. No pity for serial killers. We don't support serial killers in this household. We support the death penalty. Just in case you don't, though. So I'd say best game on the list, 10 out of 10, would recommend. Game is a title I don't know how to pronounce because it's in Turkish, which is not helpful because I don't know how to speak Turkish. I don't know how to speak anything. Down syndrome. So, basically, it's a really simple game. I believe you're attacking your fictitious boss. I have no idea how old this game is, but honestly, it looks a little late 90s. I have no idea what this is on. I don't speak Turkish. I don't understand anything that's happening, but you can do all kinds of poor things to your apparently unlikable boss. Or you can shoot him, I think. You can like do all kinds of goofy stuff to him. You can throw a pie in his face. You can shit in his face. So, yeah, I can tell someone didn't let them take maternity leave. That's all I'm saying, because I have no idea why you'd want to shit in your boss's face. Sounds like scat porn. But, yeah, I would say this one's really simple. A lot of these games follow the pattern of clicking buttons, so, like, some of them are letting you be more creative with how you kill your enemies, like, torture, like, the torture game 1 and 2, we'll get to that in a second. But this one, really simple. There's honestly not a lot to say about it. I mainly just think it's really funny you can shit in his face. Like, I don't mean to be like a 12-year-old boy here, but that's some really funny stuff, and I want to know who made this game. Who made it? I can't find any information about it online. Join package here. We're going to be talking about Torture Game 1 and 2. These are the big ones. If you look up Torture Game online, this is what you're going to be finding. The first one is just called The Torture Game. It made 2007. I saw you looking in my eyes there. Yeah, I got notes. I got notes. What? You embarrassed? Torture Game 1 and 2. So, Torture Game 1 is way more simple. You can do, like, way less to your poor little guy you're assaulting. You gotta feel bad for bro. Yeah, but yeah, he has like a face and emotions, and I think he makes a little bit of noise. Unlike the character, the avatar in the second one, who he doesn't make any noise. It's an androgynous character. This one is clearly a male, and he seems to have facial expressions, which makes it worse. In fact, I would argue in the second game, it's more sociopathic because you can't even see the emotions of the person you're torturing. So, I guess in that way it's creepier. But yeah, there's not a lot to do in the first one. I assume it was popular. I don't exactly know because it seemed to have gotten a lot of attention. And whoever made the first one made the second. I'm not even sure if it was the same person. But the first one made 2007 and the second one made 2008. Which kind of makes me think that it was maybe the same person. Because I can't imagine a fan making a fan sequel to something they like and doing it a year later in this background, because no one's like clamoring for give me Torture Game 2, give me Torture Game 2. Like no one was doing that. You know, that's not like normal behavior back then. At least I don't think so. I was born in 2004, so I don't exactly know. The second one's much more creative. It lets you like inflict more pain onto your victim. It's kind of hard to play, to be honest. I found it to be, even though I will admit there is a game I didn't play on this video called like Pony Torture or something. Like where you torture like Silver Spoon and Tiara Diamond. I can't remember her name exactly, from My Little Pony. I don't want to play that game. I don't want to play that game. I remember like I saw videos of it on YouTube when I was little, and I was thinking, I don't like that. I don't like that whatsoever. So yeah, wouldn't recommend that. But beyond that, it's Torture Game 2, probably the most brutal I ever saw. Also, you can paint with it. You can paint pretty pictures. I tried to make the best picture I could possibly make for this video, but honestly, the tools are just good enough you can make something out of it, but just bad enough I can't make anything out of it, so. Now we're getting into the fun ones. Torture Bill Gates. I'm not gonna get into it, but I don't like Bill Gates. So this one's pretty wholesome. The next two are gonna be pretty wholesome ones in comparison to what we're doing. Like in this one, you can do all kinds of poor things to Bill. My favorite of all is that you can hit his face with a frying pan. I wish there was an ability to like, this game's old. It's from, I never write down, sorry, but it's like from like years ago, so the tweet doesn't exist, but I wish you could like show up that photo that Elon Musk posted, him looking like a pregnant woman. Yeah, but He is fish with a frying pan. And honestly, it's just the best game ever. You can do all kind of poor things to poor Bill. He didn't have it coming. The funniest of all is I hate the anal drilling. You can like take a drill and like put up his butt, and it's like, ew. So that's someone's fetish. And you can also like give him bad LSD. I will admit I don't know much about LSD, but it doesn't look good. That's all I'm gonna say. So that's spectacular and awesome, and like everyone wanted that in the world. Like who's sitting there thinking, "No, Mom, I can't do my homework. I have to work on, I need to work on torture Bill Gates. You know, I work on something important, Mom." Next one is torture J.D. Vance. Now, I will admit, politics aside, everyone's welcome here. I voted for J.D. Vance and Trump. So, you can imagine this might not be my speed, but believe it or not, I actually thought the game was quite funny. It's like probably the most wholesome game on here, I guess, if you're not counting SpongeBob torture game I'm not playing for this video. But, it's like pretty goofy. I like how slap and punch interface is so... Look at it. That's perfect. You know what I mean? It's like, mwah. You know what I mean? And, meow, 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 meow. So, what I'm trying to get is, I can't think while this disgusting, nasty street vermin is in my face. So, honestly though, like, for real? Okay, yeah, now he's moving the camera. Okay, I will admit, I never liked cats. I only thought dogs were better than cats. Like, cats, you know, they're like, ungrateful, they're stupid, you know, they're not intelligent. Dogs, you know, they'll do anything for you. Dogs will do anything. Like, he wants my attention, he doesn't even want me to hold him. Why? Okay, so honestly, like, I think, like, torture J.D. Vance. It's not really torture, except for when you electrocute him or when you hit him with fire. Mostly, it's like bully J.D. Vance. That's what the game should be called. It should be called Bully J.D. Vance. You can take his candy. You can remind him that his mom's a drug addict. That would have been funny. That would have been like actually controversial and funny if there's a button to remind him his mom was a drug addict. You know, I was just saying, you can't make fun of that. It's a torture game. Oh, cats. Like, point being is that would have been peak. It would have been wonderful. Last game on the list is Kick Chris's Ass. Now in the description, it says that Chris is the game developer's brother and that he got permission to make this game. I think this game came out like 2008 or something. And I have to say, I kind of wish it said he didn't get permission. That would have made it better. I have siblings. I understand the pain. I, too, also want to make games where I torture my siblings. You know what I mean? It would be epic. Now, the thing about Kick Chris's Ass, there's not a lot of ass kicking. It's more like stabbing, and there's like some hurting. The main thing people talk about in the comments is you can change the background when you're like fighting Chris, you know? But one of them is like a pornographic image of a woman sucking a man's cock. So that's pretty disgusting. And I will admit, when I saw all people saying that it was morally wrong, I was thinking there being gore. And I was like psyching myself up for like real life gore, you know? And it turned out it was just a porn star sucking cock. Kind of gross. I will admit, didn't like that. The game was kind of mid, to be honest. I thought it was going to be more funny given the fact you're kicking someone's brother's ass. Like, I mean, assuming I could, like, project my sibling onto it. But no, alas, can't do that. So as you can see, there are lots of games online, and many of them are quite goofy. Many of them are quite controversial. There's a time online where people were more open to being funny and quirky and maybe even a little edgy about their art. Nowadays, that time sort of passed. That's considered passe, you know. Only thing you can post about that is like that Will guy getting raped on Twitter, by a robot. Beyond that, you're not allowed to make any edgy art whatsoever. So, unfortunately, that time sort of passed, but, we don't have to follow these modern trends, okay? We can do whatever we want, okay? We are free, presumably Americans, and we don't need to listen to that. So, I'm gonna put on my glasses. I'm gonna show you how ugly I look with my glasses on, and I'm gonna go. But have fun and make good art, and don't listen to the censors or people who tell you that something's too messed up or too uncool. Unless you're drawing porn of someone's 8-year-old daughter, then that's not okay. Chad, man, why did people like you back in the day? Eddie Tortigan's good, Chad, man, bad.
أحمد محسن يا أحمد يا محسن